ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മള് മരിയേച്ചി കറന്റ്ലി GC തൃശ്ശൂരിൽ 4th ഇയർ പഠിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഗൂഗിളിലും ആമസോണിലും ഒരു ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പ് ക്രാക്ക് ചെയ്ത്. അപ്പോൾ അത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് എന്നൊക്കെ ചേച്ചിനോട് ചോദിച്ചറിയാം. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് സെഷൻ നമ്മളിവിടെ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്കുള്ള ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പ് കുറെ ഇപ്പോൾ ഫേക്ക് ആയിട്ട് നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അതായത് പെയ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടും ഒക്കെ. നമ്മളെ ഒരു വട്ടം നമ്മളൊരു വാട്സപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് കൂടിയൊക്കെ പല ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്സും വരുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ സത്യാവസ്ഥ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ അങ്ങോട്ട് പേ ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് ഓരോ ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പ് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ മരിയേച്ചി ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഗൂഗിളിലും ആമസോണിലും ഒക്കെ ഇന്റേൺഷിപ്പ് ക്രാക്ക് ചെയ്ത് ഇപ്പോൾ ആമസോണിന്റെ ഓഫർ റിജക്ട് ചെയ്ത് ഗൂഗിളിൽ സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ എഞ്ചിനീയർ ഇന്ത്യൻ ആയിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഓവർ ടു മരിയേച്ചി.
ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വേണോ? എനിബഡി ഡസൻറ്റ് അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് മലയാളം? Okay. Okay, so I'll talk in English. So I'm Maria Vijay George, and I'm a 4th-year computer science student at Government Engineering College, Thrissur, Kerala. And as he has introduced me, I have cracked internships at both Google and Amazon, and I'm joining Google in February as an SW, as a software engineering intern. So basically, I was a biology student at school. That is, during my 12th standard, I took biology as my main subject, and I didn't learn computer science. So I was a beginner to the computer science field when I joined my college. And as I had scored a good rank in KEAM entrance examination, I was admitted to the Government Engineering College, Thrissur, and I took computer science, as good rank holders will take generally computer science, right? So I took computer science like that, and I was a beginner to computer science, and I didn't have a prior knowledge on computer science. So initially it was very hard, beginning with computer science field, interacting with the programming languages. All those part was very difficult for me, and my friends were there to help me. And that was when the corona came and the COVID period started, and there was lockdown. So I decided that okay, now I don't have much experience as my friends have in this field, and to become more confident, I have to start with computer science. So I started learning computer science during this corona period, and I started with Python. So Python is a coding language, as many of you know, and I started with the learning basics of the Python language, and then I became confident in that, and then I shifted to C language. Then I learned the basic concepts of C language. Then that was a time when most of my classmates were practicing web development and doing projects in website development as well as app development. So I thought that okay, I also should give a try in that. And to accompany them, I also started learning web development from various online resources, and then I started doing some projects in web development. Then still the corona period continued and the lockdown was persisting. So we were bored in our homes, and so we started developing projects, and we were into hackathons. Many of you might know or might not know about hackathons. Hackathons are just competitions where the span of hackathon is usually 24 hours to 36 hours, and we'll be given a topic, a problem statement, and we have to build our solutions. Like we can build a website or an app or anything of our interest. We have to provide a solution. So the advantage is that we will be collaborating with our friends and working. So we will not get bored. And in such a short time, in a single day also, we will be able to build many worthy projects, which we can keep it in our resume. So I was into hackathons during my second year of study, and I built some projects and won prizes in some hackathons. And I was going like that. And then it was when I saw in a YouTube channel about the life of a Googler, how the life would be, like what will be the work life, how will the daily schedule of a Googler. And it seemed very nice to work at a Google or at a fan company like Google or Amazon. It was very cool living there and working with such great people over there. So I was inspired by that video, and I began searching how to get into Google and how what all to learn to get into Google. So I saw that as a beginner or as a fresher, you will be tested upon a subject called as data structures and algorithms. Can I know how many of you are CS students? And also please comment out your age, that is in which year of study, are you in? Okay, I don't see any responses. Okay, first year. Okay, so first years and second years are there, right? So in the second year of study, that is I think in third sem, we'll have a subject called as data structures and algorithms. So it is very important. DSA is very important, and I heard that most of these companies like Google or Amazon, Microsoft, such fan companies will be hiring based on your knowledge in data structures and algorithms only. So I decided to start learning this DSA, and in my third semester, I have learned the basics of DSA. In short, we can call it as DSA, data structures and algorithms. So I had the basics learned in my third semester, and then I started improving on it. My concepts were not clear during the second year of study, so I went to YouTube and I watched so many videos and made my concepts clear. It is not only enough to make your concepts clear. It is very important, but you have to practice more. The DSA will be full of problems like questions. All of you have finished your entrance and then came to the college, so you might be knowing the value of practice. So you have to practice the questions. So the next thing I did was practice these questions on sites, available online sites. Some of them are like HackerRank, Hacker Earth, then Lead Code, sites were there, and then Algo Expert. There are many online resources available, and so you can choose any of the site, and you have to continuously practice the questions. So I started practicing it. Initially it was very difficult and demotivating. Like if you get stuck in one problem, you will feel extremely demotivated, but you should not lose your hope and continue. Like that I continued, and then there was during my end of my sixth semester, I think, or fifth or sixth semester, I saw the job application of Google, and then I applied and I got an interview. And in the application process, you have to focus on your resume building. So resume, as all of you know, it is a document which contains all your achievements or all the projects you do about yourself. So you have to maximum beautify the resume. So from day one itself, you have to work on your resume, and you have to put all your projects, like all the worthy projects you have done in the resume. So you can go for hackathons or any other competitions to build projects, or you can build it on your own. If you learn a technology, you can do a project and then put it on the resume. So like that, resume building is very important, and you have to apply through the site. For Google, it is careers.google.com. Like official, all these companies will be having their official websites, and you can go to the official website and apply there. And during the application process, you can also focus on referrals. Referrals means if a person is working in that company, and that person can help you, that person can refer you. So you will be having more value. There is more chance for you to get selected, your resume to get selected from the millions of applications. There is a more chance if you are getting a referral. So I had a referral, and I will tell about that right later. So I had a referral while applying to Google, and in Amazon I didn't apply through referral, but I applied on my own. And after the resume selection process, there will be interviews, and finally I got selected into Google. So any questions so far? Any doubts or okay?
What sorts of
Are you
projects
all
did you
there?
have on your resume?
Okay. So basically, projects means it need not be extraordinary or something big. It need not be like that. I had some projects regarding my website development, some in the app development, then some were submitted to my hackathons. Then the mini project during a third year, that is sixth semester, you have mini project. So I had an app building. It was like an expense tracker app, and all sorts of simple projects were there for me. I was not great techie like that. I was good at data structures and algorithms, but I didn't had a much stronger tech side like website development or app development. I had a little bit of experience with that, and with that experience I built projects. I made simpler projects. If whatever your interest is, you can build projects on that. It is not that big. Only big projects can be kept in your resume. It is, if you learn technology, you can use it. If it is even simpler, you can also still do a project in that and put it in your resume. Is that clear, Govind?
Yep, I get it.
Okay. Okay, so coming to the referral part, okay, now it is the Tinkerhub community. Your college has a good Tinkerhub community. Like that, so many communities are there, like Tinkerhub, GDSC, like that, so many communities are there. And from the year one, first year you onwards, you should be very active in these communities. It will be you will get much exposure if you are active in these communities, and you will network with people. So you will meet new people and come to know about new opportunities. So Google has one internship for second year. Anybody aware of that? The application date is over, I think. This year's application date is over, I think. But anybody aware that Google provide internships for second year students like step intern? Anybody have heard about that?
We heard that through
No.
Tinker.
Okay, so like that, I was not aware of step internship during my second year. So there are so much opportunities available to you. So you have to just become aware of that. So it is very important to be active in communities like Tinkerhub. So I was an active member of the Tinkerhub community of our college, and there was a program called as Hire Hack offered by Tinkerhub, where you have to submit your resumes, and you will get the selected students will get guidance on building projects, building your resume, refining your resume, and we'll also get referrals from the previous employees in Google, Amazon, like that. Employees will be working, and to the selected students they will give out referrals. So if you apply through referrals, it will be easy for the selection process. So in Google, I applied through referral, which was offered to me by the Hire Hack program of Tinkerhub. Then for Amazon, there was a program called as Amazon Wow, and it is for excuse me, Sushi Singh, for women coders program is there. Okay, yeah, women there is a coders program. Like so many programs are there. Okay, so sorry for interrupting. So I was saying I was applying to the Amazon by Amazon Wow program. It is a women only program where the only girls have to apply, can apply, and it is during the third year and fourth year also, I think. So all those girls, third years and fourth years, you can apply to the same. and I had basically three rounds. The round one was a general MCQ round based on the CS fundamentals. Then the second round was a coding round, which consisted of two coding questions. Then the third was in-person interview at the Amazon office, Bangalore, and I had two questions from the data structures and algorithms, and I could clear that. And about the Google interview, I had two rounds of coding interview, and only data structures and algorithms were asked. So your resume plays a key role in only the selection process. You have to apply, and from there your resume has to get selected. So your projects will go into your resume, and they will scan your projects, and the resume gets selected. After that, only the DSA part. They are asking only the DSA part. Of course, you have to be thorough with the CS fundamentals, but I got only DSA questions for my interview. So it is very important that as a fresher, if you're joining, it is your coding skills that matters the most. So that's about my journey. Any doubts?
So, what was actually the questions from the DSA part for your
Okay.
interview session?
Okay, so I can't share the correct questions like that as such, but I'll share the topics from which they are asked. In the Amazon interview, it was one. I had two DSA questions, and the interview was about 1 hour. And the first question was an array-based question. Array is a topic from DSA, and it was an array-based question. The interviewer gave me the question, and I had to code it up in a white paper and explain the process, explain how code works. Then the second question on the same day itself was tree-based question, binary tree-based question, and I could solve that also. Then in the Google interview, I had two interviews. One each was 45 minutes technical interview, and on the during the first interview, I had an array-based question itself, and a question which was combining the concepts of arrays as well as binary search. Both concepts were there, and on the second day, I had a question based on dynamic programming. So if you haven't heard about these concepts, don't get worried. You can learn. You can just note it down and then learn and then go back to the concepts. Yeah. So these were the questions asked for me. Any other doubts? Will DSA be enough? Okay, for me, it was only DSA, and you have to. DSA is a must, I should say. Like DSA, you should thoroughly study the concepts of DSA, like be it in concept wise as well as in practice also. You should also know the concept and practice well. The questions you have to practice again and again, and you cannot expect the same question to be repeated during the interview. They will ask it in a slightly modified way, but DSA is very important. Then is DSA enough means that I don't know, because in both my interviews in Amazon as well as Google, I was asked only about my DSA concepts. But in the resume, you have to the first step is your resume selection. So for that, you have to build some projects, and you have to build a good resume. Then only they will select you for the interview. The interview only DSA was asked for me, and you should also work in your communication skills, because if you know how to solve the problem, it is not enough. It is very, yeah. Any doubts? Okay. Okay, reference. Referral means reference or referral. Referral. Okay. Referral means an employee is working in Google. Then he or she can refer you to that company. That means during the normal procedure, what happens is that we'll apply with our resume, and then your resume gets selected. If they like your resume, they will get select you and give you an interview. But millions of applications are coming each year, so there is no guarantee that your resume will get selected even if you have a good one. They may not be having time to review your resume or go through it. So your resume to stand out from others, your weight will be increased, your weightage will be increased if you have a referral. Referral means an employee is referring you. That means they can trust you more, that you are good enough. And a referral won't guarantee an interview also. A referral is good to have, but it does not guarantee an interview. It depends on the application process. It is always good to have a referral. It adds more weightage to your resume, and it makes the selection process, your there is a high probability that your resume gets selected. That is about referral. And the method of getting a referral, I got it through hire hack program of Tinkerhub. But you also have an option to message directly the employees of Google through LinkedIn. You can connect with them and ask them for the referral by sending your resume. So anybody will respond, and if they like your resume, then they will refer you. So it is always better to ask for referrals. There is a question. Okay. Okay, for an outstanding resume, I would suggest first improve your coding skills. Then you can practice it in your coding sites like Lead Code, Algo Expert, like that. And you can solve maybe 100 or 200 problems, and you can just keep it in your resume that you have solved this much problems on Lead Code, or this much problem on Algo Expert. Like that, you can keep. So the interviewer or the person who is looking through your resume will understand that your DSA skills are strong. One way is that. Then you have to add projects to your resume. So any technology that is you are learning, maybe it is website or ML, machine learning, or anything of your interest. If you are learning, don't just stop when you achieve a certificate. You have to show that you have the skill. So you have to just implement what you have learned by doing a project. So you can, if you are learning HTML or CSS, like that simple things, if you know the theory, you can just build a project, and simple website will be enough, and you can host it on the GitHub, and you can provide the link to your project and your resume. Then the first thing was coding profile, then projects, then you can add achievements in the sense you can go for hackathons or even coding competitions. There are many coding competitions which are hosted by Facebook, Google, like that. So many important coding competitions are there, and you can participate in these coding competitions, and if you secure a good rank, that can go into your resume. Then yeah, that's all. That's how you add value to your resume. You can focus on your projects for improving your resume. Then there is a question, which language you preferred for DSA? So as for me, I like Python because Python is basic. Like the syntax is very easy, and as I have said, I was a beginner to computer science, so it was very easy to learn the concepts of Python. So they won't be asking which coding language you prefer and all. You can use any language you like C, Java, C++, Python, anything you like. You can code it up. You have only thing you have to be thorough with the concepts of DSA. The language doesn't matter. So any other doubts?
Mhm. So, what are the achievements or skills you highlighted in your resume?
Okay, so I have solved some problems in lead code, so I kept it on my resume. Then, in addition to that, I have participated in many hackathons, and I had won prizes in some of them. So I kept those in my resume and achievement section. Then I also participated in the coding competitions, which were conducted by Google itself, like Google Code Jam, Google Kickstart. They are all competitions by Google, and if I secured a good rank, I will keep it in my resume. So like that, these mainly my resume's achievement section was consisted of this hackathons. Hackathons we had won prizes. So all these goes into the achievement section. So how was your coding journey? So coding journey as a whole, it was very difficult, I should say. It was very difficult for me to grasp the concepts in the beginning. So as I have said, I was a beginner. I learned biology and came to CS, and I started with Python. Then Python was like I had a grasp over Python. Then I came to DSA. Then as a side, I did projects in web development and app development also. But I was focusing more on the making the fundamentals clear. That is, I was focusing more on data structures and algorithms. Then it was very difficult in the beginning, and I used to get demotivated every now and then I just consistently did what I was doing. Many of my friends we had started together, but many were dropping because DSA is actually a bit difficult to follow, and many used to drop it in halfway. So you should not stop it. You will get demotivated, but at that time you have to take breaks, and you can watch a movie or you can sleep. Like, you can do whatever your interest is, but you should not stop it. Consistent efforts will make you win, and you should not stop. And I was having this much difficulties in the midway, and there were friends for helping me. So my coding journey was not very smooth. I used to solve questions, and it will be good if you could solve problems on a daily basis. And even if it is one question per day, it is very nice. So the thing is that consistency is the key. You should consistently practice coding, and yeah, that was my coding journey. Any other questions?
So, how did you achieve the internship at Amazon? As if it's mentioned in your beginning introduction, you just got the internship at both Amazon as well as Google. So, how did you achieve that internship at Amazon?
Okay. Amazon, I applied through Amazon Wow program, and Amazon Wow program is for the third years and fourth year girls. Only females can apply, and I applied through the site, Amazon website, official website. Then I got a mail that saying that my resume was selected, and I had the first round of selection process. It was a basic MCQ test, which consisted of CS fundamentals like computer networks, then operating system, DBMS, like that. Some subjects were there, and it also had two coding questions. Then I think it was for 2 hours or so, and I could clear that round. And I received a mail in some 2 to 3 days that saying that I had qualified that level, and the second level is to be conducted from 1 week or so. And then the second round was a coding round. It consisted of two coding questions, and that also it was DSA based. I had two coding questions which were DSA based, and the exact question I don't remember. I think it was one was metrics, and the second was array. I don't remember the question, and the difficulty level was easy to medium. Then it was okay questions, and I could solve it. Then I received a mail that the third round is to be conducted, and I was qualified for the third round. Then I had the third round, which was an in-person interview at the Amazon office in Bangalore. And during the interview was 1 hour long, and the interviewer was very friendly. In all these companies, like I have been interviewed by Google and Amazon. Both the interviewers were very friendly and helpful. And during the Amazon interview, I had received 2 questions. The interview began by the introduction section. That is, the interviewer introduced about himself, and he asked to introduce myself. Then after that session, we directly jumped into the coding round. Then he asked me one question based on array, and I could come up with the solution. Then he asked me to improve the solution, how to improve the solution. Then I just said something, and I was not sure of it. So he just waited there, and he asked me to go to the next question. The next question was binary tree based question, and it was much easier than the previous question, and I could code the solution. And he asked me to code it in a white paper, and I could write the code and explain it to him. Then there were some more time left for the interview to get over. So we went back to the first question, which was left in midway. And at that time, I had a confidence that I could solve one question. So with that confidence, I was able to solve the second one also. And of course, the interviewer was very helpful. As I was thinking out loud. Like, I was not I was not thinking, and then after I was thinking for some time, and then told the answer. Not like that. I was just telling what all I was thinking. So I was thinking out aloud, and so the interviewer could catch me where I was going wrong, and he gave feedbacks. Like, he was telling that I was thinking in the right direction. What if like this? What if like that? Like, he gave his suggestions, so I was able to improve my code, and I could complete that in 1 hour. And that was my interview process from Amazon, and I received a mail that I got selected in Amazon. Any other internships that you applied? Yeah, I was applying since I was in third year. From the beginning itself, I was applying for many internships. I have applied for the previous Google internships, Amazon internships, then all those companies, Twitter, so many internships I was keeping on applying, but I was always getting rejected at the resume selection process itself. And campus placements also, I was not getting a placement, while all of my friends were getting placed at some companies. So there was a bit of demotivation at the beginning. But when this Amazon Wow, I got a mail from Amazon Wow. It was my first interview at Amazon. Like, all other companies which I applied, I was getting rejected. So first time my resume got selected was that in Amazon. So I was very excited about the same, and as it was Amazon, I was not sure that I won't be able. I may be able to perform or not. I was very nervous at that time, and but my interviewer was very like chill type of personality. He was very happy, he was very helpful. So he was a jolly type, and the interview process was very easy for me. So like that, I have applied for many other internships, but first I was being selected for Amazon, then I got Google, then from the campus placement, I'm placed at a company called as Tismo, which is a startup at Bangalore, for a full-time role. Yeah, that's it.
So can you just tell us about the study materials that you usually prefer throughout this journey towards the internship at Google?
Yeah, sure. The study materials as such, I learned the concepts, basic DSA concepts from the textbook, algorithms, and all those textbook which were used at college during the third semester. where DSA is being taught, and I learned the basic concepts from there. Then to make the concepts clear, I watched YouTube videos, and there are some good channels like Anuj Bhaiya, Arsh Goel, like that. Some then Love Babbar, like there are some YouTube channels, and there are so many channels available. Actually, you can just go on Google, go on YouTube, and just search for the same, and you can learn the basic concepts. Then for the practice session, I used first, as a beginner, I was using Hacker Rank, and from there, I practiced some questions, basic questions. Then I went to Lead Code, and in parallel, I started Algo Expert. Algo Expert is a paid site. Most of you may have seen the ad of Algo Expert in Google, in YouTube. So Algo Expert was a paid site, but I bought it along with my friends, and we shared the money and we bought it. Then in Algo Expert, it was like all in one platform. Like there were coding questions and solutions were there, and solution videos also were provided by the same site. But it is not necessary to buy Algo Expert. If you have your self motivation, you can go with Lead Code and YouTube. All the questions that are available in Lead Code is also available in Algo Expert. So Lead Code is a free site. So if you have the self motivation to do it yourself, code it up yourself, you can go for Lead Code, and all the solutions are available in YouTube itself. So you can go with Lead Code and YouTube. Then there are some DSA sheets which are prepared by experts. One of the sheets is Striver's DSA sheet. You can just Google it, Striver. I will just type it. Okay, this is Striver's DSA sheet. It is very useful. It has all the questions that is in topic wise, that is arrays, binary trees, binary search trees. Like all those topics are arranged, and on a daily basis you can solve the questions. And all the practice links are provided in that Striver's DSA sheet itself, and YouTube solution links are also available. So I followed this sheet. Then yeah, you can go like that, or you can buy algorithm, but it's your choice. The only thing is you have to practice it daily. It won't come as so fast. You have to wait patiently. You have to daily practice, and consistency is the key, I should say. Any other questions?
How did you manage your college studies along with your self-study?
Okay, to answer that question, it was during my lockdown days that I started learning DSA. So we were having so much of spare time. That is, the classes were till afternoon only, and during the other times of the day we were free. We didn't have anything to do, so that I watched the videos of Googlers, previous Googler internship experience, Googler life, like that. I watched those videos and it inspired me. So, and as I had so much of free time during my this lockdown days, I could learn the concepts of DSA and I could manage the time. I didn't have a regular class at that time. That is why I learned DSA. I had time to learn DSA. So as of now, that is lockdown is over. So one thing you can do is at any time of the day, you will be free for 1 to 2 hours. You will be free. At that time, devote it. If it is in morning or during the night itself, you can choose like you wish. Daily 1 or 2 hours, you can just devote it for coding, and at that time you have to just go to Lead Code or any other online site and just look at a question and practice the question, and you will get stuck for sure in the beginning, but you do not get demotivated. Think and if you didn't get, then you can just Google it for the solution and learn the solution, then repeat the same. Like every day if you practice it, it will be easy for you. and every day there should be at least 2 hours of spare time for all students, I guess. So like that you can manage your time. Yeah, any other doubts? So I think the doubts are over, right?
So did you officially start your job as an intern at Google?
No, it's from February 6th. So I'm planning to go after my exams are over. I'm currently in fourth year and I'm having my semester exams from 13th of this month, and it will get over by 25th. And after that, I'm going to for the internship. It will start at February only. Which is better, MNC or a startup as a fresher? It depends on you actually, like which job you prefer to do. In startups, there will be more work, I think. Then MNC also, there will be work, and it is about the exposure. Like in a company like Google, it is well reputed, Google or Amazon, it is well reputed, and you will network with a lot of people and you will get to know about a lot of people and you will get a huge exposure there. uh, in a startup there will be, of course, new people will be there, but you won't be getting as that exposure that you get from an MNC, I guess. So is it better, like in the sense you can either you can directly go to MNC like Google, or just start as a fresher in any startup and then go to an MNC. It's is basically your wish, like how you like to spend your lives, like how you like to work on projects like that. I don't have much idea about that. Yeah, so I guess anything is you okay. It is your wish actually.
മരിയേച്ചി ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചാറ്റ് സെഷനിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
How were your resumes modified? Key points to be concerned. So I had a great help from the Tinkerhub community. In the Hire Hack program, we had mentoring sessions on improving our resumes. So as a tip from my side, keep it basic. That is, avoid using templates or such, because they are using some machines for scanning your resumes. So some of these templates won't get read by by that machine. So I was preparing my resume in Google Docs itself. I was typing the entire thing. I didn't use any templates, and it was only of a basic design. I didn't use any extra colors and all. It's your wish, but it is always better to keep it in a basic design format. Then you have to try to make it in a single page. You will be having more projects, but you have to prioritize and try to keep your resume in a single page format. Then you have to highlight the important points and try to quantify the your achievements. Like if for example, if winning a hackathon, it is always better to write like won the second prize in a hackathon out of 2000 teams, like that. You have to use numbers. So if you use numbers, it will give an impact to the viewer. Those who are looking through your resume, there will be an impact. So wherever possible, add numbers. Then if you have any previous experience, like an intern, or if you have worked in any company, then add that also. And also about the project in detail. You have to write it in a descriptive format, and what you did, what was your role in that company, in that project you worked on, what was your role that you have to specify, and what was the benefit, that is what did you learn by doing that project. All that has to be highlighted in the resume. And if you have two or three cool projects, like really good projects, then that is enough for your resume. You have to present it well, like not just a single line of description. You have to just use numbers and use impact. You have to make an impact of your resume. Yeah, that will be the tip from my side. Then how to apply for the summer internship at Google? Can S3 student apply? Okay, so you can go to careers.google.com. It is the official Google career site, and you can search for these internships. And in that description, I don't know about the summer internship. I think it is for 2024 pass outs. So in S3 means you will be graduating in 2025, I guess. So I think the summer internship is for S5, or like I'm not sure. 2020, it is for 2024 graduates, and you can just clarify it. You can just go through it again, and according to that description given, you can apply for which is apt for you. You can apply. Then the other thing is that for S3 students, I think the Google Step internship is available. It is for second year students, and also Amazon Wow. You can go through all those opportunities and read the requirements. And as per that, you can apply. Any other doubts? So I think the doubts are over. Okay, solving question on first thing, don't call me ma'am. Okay, I'm just a student. I'm a fourth year student. So okay, no need for calling me ma'am. Solving question on online sites is being demotivated. Yeah, sure, Khushi. It is demotivating in the beginning, but you should not lose your hope. You should be consistent enough, and for your hard work, you will get success according to that. First, I told my story that I was applying since the beginning of the third year itself. I applied for multiple companies for multiple internships. Then I was also rejected from all those companies. Then I was also rejected from my campus placements, and I didn't get any placement when my friends were getting. But I didn't lose hope. I just consistently practiced DSA. I was demotivated a million times, but I kept on working. Like it is, there is a saying that when talent doesn't work hard, uh, I don't remember it exactly. The key point is that hard work is the key to success. So whatever you work, you will get the result in the end. So don't focus on the result. It will be demotivating, but you have to consistently practice, or there is no point. If you don't consistently practice, there is no point in saying that I did that, I did this. So don't go for, one tip from my side is, don't go for the toughest questions first. You have to begin with the very basic questions. Even though it seems easier in the beginning, you have to do from the basic. Come from the beginning session itself. For that, you can use any sheet. I have provided here Strivers as DE sheet. It is very useful, and gradually increase your level. You have to start practicing from the basic question, and then gradually increase your level. Then it is you can practice it. Then one tip from my side is that while practicing the question, look the question for about, in the beginning you can just think at your own pace. You can think it for 1 or 2 days. If you didn't get the solution, you can again think and come to a solution. But towards the end also, like if you are in third year or so, then placements are nearby. So don't waste time by thinking and all. Like you can think for 1 hour or maximum 2 hours, then just go to the solution, learn the solution, and fully understand the concepts, and then practice it. Then on a regular basis you have to revisit the questions that you solved. You have to make notes. That is a very important point. That is, you have to make notes of what questions you have solved, in the approach you have solved. Then you can also practice by solving the question in reduced time complexity. All these concepts you will be learning in DSA. So more efficient solution that you can provide, it is more beneficial. So first you can solve the solution in the basic approach, then you can refine your solution by reducing the space complexity, time complexity, and always keep notes ready, so that if there is an interview, it will be easy for you to practice. So consistently learn. Then can I know currently in which company you are placed in? Okay, I'm placed in Tismo Technology. It is a startup company in Bangalore. I got it through campus placement, and I'm going to intern at Google. Okay. Any other question? What are the subjects from academical syllabus that really help you to get selected? Yeah, the most important subject I was talking throughout was DSA, data structures and algorithms. Then, of course, you have to improve on your coding skills. That is the basic language you learn. If be it C or Python, whichever the coding language, you have to have a good grip in that language. Then you have to have a good knowledge in DSA, data structures and algorithms. Then computer networks, it is very important. Then operating systems, then DBMS. All these subjects are very important, and yeah, I could think of only these now. The most important is DSA. So, any other questions? I mean, it's S3 now. What are the time frames I should estimate? Like, you're asking about how you should practice and move on. Like, no. Can you explain your question by unmuting yourself? At the end of BTech, I should be interning in a farm. Okay, so you are in S3. You can start right now. I think you have any coding language. You know any coding language, or you have a good knowledge in any coding language? I guess so. Okay, yes. So you have, first of all, you have to make a good grip of a coding language like Python or C, anything of your choice. Then the second thing is that you should be thorough with the DSA concepts. I think you might be learning it in your syllabus. Okay, basics of Python and Flutter, very good. Okay, so Python, you said that you know Python. Then the next thing is you should build your concepts in DSA, data structures and algorithms. You can read the textbook. or you can watch videos in YouTube. You have to have a very good understanding in each of the topic. Then first you have to watch videos and just get a basic understanding of each topic. Then you can the next thing you can do is either buy a paid site like Algo Expert, or like everything all together in one site you can get like Algo. I have used Algo Expert or any site of your interest. Either do that way, or you are not, if you are not willing to pay any amount, you can go to Lead Code. Lead Code is very good, and I have shared a DSA sheet here, that is Striver's DSA sheet. It is very good actually, and it has all these topics arranged in order, and it also has these questions separated according to the difficulty level. So you can go to this any of these sheets, DSA sheets. There are Striver's DSA sheet, then Lovebubba DSA sheet, like that. You have many DSA sheets available online. You can take any of them, then you can start coding. Like from day one, you can decide like for 1 week, okay, I'll code for 1 hour per day, and I'll code in one question per day. Like that you can start. Then gradually you can increase your time spent according to your interest, your time of you according to your free time. You can gradually increase. So you can begin with one question per day, and go to a question. You can read the question, you can think for a few time, like you can think for some time. Then if you get the solution, well, good. And don't stop. If you didn't get a solution, you can look for the solution in YouTube. It is available in YouTube, and you can learn the solution and code it yourself. And even if you get a solution by your own, you have to verify it. You have to improve it to your maximum. So you can code it like that. Then while practicing, it is important that you have to practice like you are in front of an interviewer. What I used to do is that I used to get a pen and paper ready by my side. Then I would just write the code uh, initially, and then I will imagine an interviewer and just explain to a person like uh, if they are understanding what I was saying. Just you can imagine and you can practice like that. You have to think loudly, like you should not think it in on your own. You have to say it aloud. Whatever you are thinking, you have to say it aloud. So you have to keep practicing your communication skills as well as this coding skills. And then like that you can get a grip over DSA. Then in you can also as a part time, you said you know Flutter, so you can do projects in Flutter. You can learn other technologies also like React is much similar to Flutter, so you can learn React, or according to your interest you can learn new technologies and do projects in that. It will be helpful for your resume. And then by the end of, I think, the second year, you will be, if you are consistent enough, you will be ready with the DSC concepts and a good resume. So the next thing you can do is ask for referrals. You can join any programs in Tinkerhub or any other programs for getting referrals. Or if it is not possible, you can go to LinkedIn and ask for referrals directly to the Google employees or Amazon employees. Like that, you can search and find the referrals, and then you can apply for these internships. So you will be surely placed in FAANG companies. In DSA in C or C++ is better. It is your choice actually. You can, if you are more comfortable in C, use C, or use C++. It is according to your wish. By the end of S4, what level of task should I put myself as a deadline? You can, it is not like a deadline. DSA, you have to practice it every day. I'm still practicing it. So it will not get over as such. Okay, this DSA is over. Now I can jump to next. It is not like that. You have to keep on practicing. It will take years actually for you to get that skill. But you should not stop actually. By the end of S4, I think you can start with DSA and keep on practicing according to your wish. You can follow a DSA sheet. Then Then also you can learn some additional technologies, because in the third year and fourth year also you will be much more busier than you were in first and second years. So you will have much more academics to deal with. So it is comparatively better to do some DSA as well as do some extra projects during your first and second years. So you can also aim at doing a project in any of your interests. You know Flutter. You told you know Flutter, so I prefer doing projects in Flutter and keep it in a resume. So you can keep these things in your mind and keep on practicing. Any other questions? Is there any difference between a paid site and a free one? Yeah, the difference is that I bought both. I bought AlgoExpert as well as I practiced on a free site, LeetCode. Actually, the difference is that for those people having self motivation, they can go for LeetCode. Like if they are sure that they will practice every day at least 2 hours, they will practice. They know they will do that. They can go for LeetCode. They can choose a DSA sheet and just practice and look at the solution in YouTube, and they can do their job in with LeetCode and YouTube. But those people who are not sure that where to find the solution, I was not aware that all these solutions were in YouTube, so I didn't have that confidence in the beginning. So I bought AlgoExpert. In AlgoExpert, it is like the many questions were there, and for each question there were three possible solutions. They were explaining these solutions, and there were video tutorials, then there were mock interviews, like so many more facilities were there, and all in a single site. So I lacked motivation in the beginning, self motivation. So I opted for AlgoExpert, and it was worth buying. So those who are willing to buy a site, it is worth, AlgoExpert is worth. But if you are not willing also, it is fine, you can go by doing LeetCode and YouTube. I hope I clear your doubt. Cleared your doubt.
ചേച്ചി ഇനിയില്ലാന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. It's over.
Okay.
I think it's over. Thank you for coming with our fan.
Okay. Thank you, Arjun, for inviting me here. I had enjoyed sharing my experience here. Yeah. Thank you, Tinkerhub Cucek, for inviting me here. Yeah. So thank you for your patient listening. Actually.
Thank you. Wind up.